Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, and today we're going to check out the Suomy Alpha. This is their top tier off-road helmet. Right now they have the Rumble, the Jump, and the Alpha. So the Alpha is DOT and ECE certified, ECE 2205. It's lightweight, killer graphics, great ventilation, beautiful liner, emergency releases. It's pretty much got it all, and it's just south of 500, okay? So when you're talking about top-of-the-line off-road helmets, this should definitely be in the conversation. Let's go over some of the features we were talking about. Again, ventilation is key. That's the number one thing people ask about when they call up and talk to us about helmets, and this thing ventilates great. Now, one thing I will say is that it looks like the Aero Aviator here. We got these big grills on it. We've got intake and exhaust to get a good Venturi intake going, cold air in, hot air out. But one thing I will say, when you take these grills off, they are just holes drilled in here, okay? It's not like a big window, something we were a little bit bummed out, but in testing, it still ventilates excellent. And that's part because of the vents, and part because the foam EPS liner in this has channels, okay? Air channels to get that air kicking down and around your head and down out your collar. It's also got these little exhaust ports down here, and so it keeps you cool. This helmet comes in, this size, a large comes in at 3 pounds on the nose. So it's not Suomy's lightest helmet, but it is a full carbon fiber shell. It's a bit stiffer than, say, the Suomy Jump, okay, as far as the shell construction. We have a huge eye port, which is good because goggles keep getting bigger. Again, not as big as the Jump, but nice and big, and you have some brow vents that it's kicking air up into those foam EPS liner, right? Keep you cool. So decent eye port, and the liner is definitely a cut above. The material is really soft. It's a beautiful place to be. We're going to flip this over and kind of check that out right now. So it's removable, washable, and we also have the quick release, the emergency quick release. Did I mention it's DOT and ECE 2205 certified, so it's track ready helmet. It's also compatible with any neck brace you might be wearing. That's what this big lip is about. It's got really aggressive venting down here. These ducts is not something you see on, say, the Jump or a lot of other helmets, so it's really kicking air out the back and down your neck. So if we pop these cheek pads out, when you get back from riding, you can throw these in the sink or in the washing machine. I usually let them air dry, okay? And the other good thing about having removable washable cheek pads and headliner is that we can actually custom fit it. At Speed Addicts, we have the Addicted Fit Guarantee. And what that means is if you get your Suomy Alpha from us and it doesn't fit perfect out of the box, we can send you thicker or thinner cheek pads, and in some cases, headliners. Okay, that's something that only Speed Addicts does on Suomy, and is really awesome. So this helmet runs a little small while we're talking about sizing. I would encourage you to round up at least a half to a full size compared to what you normally wear. It fits really snug in the face. It tends to have thick cheek pads out of the box. If you feel that way after wearing it in your living room for a little bit, again, all you have to do is call us. We swap them out free of charge. As we remove this headliner, you're going to see that channeled foam EPS that I was talking about, okay? So these ridges in here allow the air to flow over the top of your head, and Suomy's known for having kind of a thinner headliner. There's really not much to this, which is good. Other helmets tend to have more bulky, low-density foam here, the squishy stuff, and that means the helmet's going to kind of have more insulation and be a little warmer. The Suomy headliner is nice and thin. You get lots of air right onto the top of your head. Channels in the styrofoam also work to absorb energy. It's almost like a crumple zone, okay? So they absorb in case of an impact, and then you can see they just dump air right back down onto your neck. So that's the interior of this bad boy. It's, again, ECE 2205 and DOT, and it's ready to accept your neck brace. Great for the track. This helmet, in general, I would recommend it for, racing. It's a stiffer helmet. I'd wear it on my Supermoto. You know, it's probably better for higher energy impacts, is just my opinion, when it comes to a stiffer shell like this that's all carbon fiber. It's, again, just south of $500. The Suomy Alpha, full carbon fiber. Thanks for watching, everybody, and ride safe.